goes into detail. You already cashed out, right? Or you paid out or whatever.
Hello, hello. We're live. Hi, Mom. I don't have my computer set up. That's probably stupid, isn't it? Hey, Mary. Not you, Mary, another Mary. I'm at the store today. Hey, Julia. So, you know, if you hear people and the cash register cha-chinging, it's because, you know, customers and stuff. Hi, Renee. Renee can just answer me. All right, so we'll give it a minute. Hello, Barbara.
Hi.
Hey, Kim. We'll give it a minute, let some people get on. But today what we are going to be doing... Oh, you have to turn your volume up.
We're really behind.
I know, the delay is probably kind of bad, huh? Hey, Trish.
Thank you. All right.
See you guys later. I'm in the store again, in case you missed that. All right, so today we are doing number 4 in a series of 5 embossing techniques, and we are going to emboss with this power tape, which is a really strong double-sided tape, and glue dots. I know, glue dots. So today I actually have my embossing powder brushes out. I know, you guys can't even believe it. But I'm going, like I said earlier, I didn't bring my computer, so I'm going to sit down and do the demo, and then I will stand back up and look at comments, okay? And I think Renee is watching, so if you have questions, I'm sure she can answer. Or yell at me and I'll answer. Okay, so what I have here are 2 strips that I put on this paper of this power tape, which is just a really strong double-sided adhesive. It's by Scrapbook Adhesives. A lot of double-sided adhesives will work for this technique. And it's got the release paper still on. And what I did was I used this EK Tools embossing powder tool because I can direct it a little better because it's got this very worn out brush. So I just powdered the area around the tape here, and then I am going to pull, well, let's open our embossing powder first so we're prepared. This is Wow embossing powder, and the color that I'm using is the metallic brass, and last time I checked we did have it in stock. So all right, so pulling up, I've got 2 strips here, pulling up the release paper, and then just going to pour the embossing powder on. And what I like to do is just give it a little tap to make sure that it's sticking to that adhesive. And look at me being all prepared. I've got a piece of paper underneath here. And look at how really nicely using the powder tool works. I'm gonna have to do that more often. Let me put this embossing powder back in the container so that I don't blow it all over the place when I turn on the heat tool. Renee will be mad at me if I spill this embossing powder all over the floor. All right, sheesh. Okay, so I always like to start out underneath and then watch the magic happen here. I'm gonna stand up and see if you can even see. Yep, you can, yay! All right, so just heating up with my embossing heat tool underneath. I love to watch it melt and change. So using this double-sided power tape really lets you add a nice straight, maybe a borderline or some lines to put sentiments on, or you could make a grid or a square to make a frame. It just lets you do a really straight line. But look at how nice that embossing powder looks on that tape. Awesome, right? Okay, now the same thing with the glue dots. These are the 1/8 inch glue dots, and I just have a roll here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be random, but you could be very specific about where you put your glue dots if you had a specific design in mind. So I just am going to lay down. You know what? I'm going to start over again because I'll tell you why. I want to do the powder tool. So we need to do the powder tool first before we put the glue dots down because they don't have a release paper on them. So I'm just going to powder a section and go again with my glue dots right here where I powdered. So let's see, we'll put these down. All right, so can you see where the glue dots are? There's 5 dots. And what I'm going to do is just put the same thing. I'm going to put the embossing powder on top of the glue dots. Give it a little, just a light tap. It doesn't have to be very hard. And I was doing some samples earlier. And I'm just going to tap that off. And look, I think that I just need to get into the habit of always using that powder tool. Just makes a huge difference. Let's clean up our mess again. Or make another mess, I'm not sure which. All right, so let's take the heat tool and go from underneath. Now on this one, as soon as it starts to melt, you want to move your heat gun because you have to be a bit more careful with the glue dots because you can start to melt the glue dot and then it doesn't look very awesome. But they will melt very quickly. See, those are already done. But look at how awesome. You've got these little dots of embossing powder that you can do a pattern with or just do like you would use gems or Nuvo drops or something like that on a project. You can do that. So this is just a quick sample with the teal color that we've got from WOW. And then you also can do, clearly you can do, but look I'll show you the difference. This one I did not use the powder tool. And you can see all that kind of mess around here, right? But this one, powder tool, looks awesome. So hope you enjoy this quick and easy embossing technique, heat embossing technique using glue dots and double-sided tape. And hey, Marty. And next week will be number 5 in our series, using embossing powder, which is the last one. So next Tuesday at 7. Hope we see you then. Thanks for stopping in.